write equations or inequalities. Okay. So if we look at example 1, it says the area of a triangular flag is 35 square feet. If the base of the flag is 5 feet less than its height, which equation can be used to determine h, the height of this triangular flag in feet? Okay, so there's a lot of information that we need to process here. All right, first of all, it looks like we're going to be writing an equation in terms of the h, which is the height. Okay, now let's go through the givens. All right, now what kind of flag is this? What shape is it? It's a triangle. Okay, so what is the formula for a triangle? Corey, I'm sorry. Half the base times height. We can also write this as base times height over 2. It's the same thing. I need another one of my givens. It says if the base of the flag is 5 feet less than its height. So that can help me write the length of my base in terms of my height. How do I write that as an expression? So my base is h minus 5. All right, so now what I'm going to do is just take what my base is in terms of h and substitute it in over here. Okay, so that's going to be h minus 5 times h all over 2 equals 35. All right, that 2 is making my problem look a little ugly, so I want to get rid of it. What is the best way to get rid of that 2? Okay, so multiply both sides by 2. If I multiply both sides by 2, then the 2's cancel out over here, and that just leaves me with h minus 5 times h. Can I go ahead and distribute that? Yeah. Okay. I just don't want to lose you because I'm going to do 2 steps at once. So h squared minus 5h, and then on the right side is equal to 35 times 2. It's 70. Okay, so h squared minus 5h equals 70. And then, so my answer choice, what I have to one of these answer choices, I'm going to do a little bit of switcheroo with my numbers, okay? And just kind of go with me here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to factor out an x, okay? Both these items contain an x, so that's the greatest common factor. I can factor that out. Now, x times what will give me x? No, that would give me x squared. 1. Okay, plus x times what will give me 0.065x. X times what will give me 0.065x. Just 0.065, right? Everybody with me? Kinda? Okay. Now, I have like terms inside my parentheses here. 1 and 0.065. I can add those together, which would be 1.065 times x. So now my answer is what? C. Anytime you are going to take something, take a percent of it, and then add it back to the original, you can multiply by 1 point and then whatever the percentage is. That makes it saves you 2 steps from having to do it the hard way, okay? Now, until you have, this is just kind of something that we need to memorize that you can do, okay? And I hope it can make sense in your head that you can just multiply by 1 and then whatever the percentage is. Okay? Thank you, Carlos. Gabe, you got it? Okay. Alright, so let's go on to the next example. Alright, our next equation said 3 halves x plus y equals 9. How would we go about graphing that? Try to get y by itself. We're going to do that exact same thing and just treat that less than sign like it's an equal sign. Okay, so if I want to solve this equation for y, what would be the first step to do, Carrie? I've got 3 halves x plus y is less than 9. I want to get the y by itself. Okay, and how do I go about doing that? Yeah, so subtract 3 halves x from both sides. They cancel out over here. Sorry, that is really ugly writing. Now I've got y is less than negative 3 halves x plus 9. Okay, so if I jot down a few simple notes, my slope is negative 3 halves, right? Gabe, what's my y-intercept for this line? This one? What's my y-intercept? 9. Good. Now, here is where this part is different from just graphing a line. We need to look at two things. If we shade above or below that line, or, and then, second thing is if it's a solid or a dotted line. Since it's less than, does that mean we shade above or below? We're going to shade below. Okay, so